I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today's subject is the secrets of pain and pleasure. Patanjali is the first master who has worked on the secrets of pains and pleasures. Pain is not pain as you understand now, if you understand in a right way. Pleasure is not a pleasure as you understand now, if you understand in a right way. Something is happening in you for no reason. Something is getting responded in you without you responding. That's the most funny thing. Without you directly involving or responding, something is getting responded. So that some response suddenly gets labeled as a pain or pleasure. Why it gets labeled as pain or pleasure, even that you don't know. You know only one thing, pain is there or pleasure is there. It's like a poor guy with no money got into the small restaurant of a motel and simply whatever is served, not even served, put inside the mouth, this guy has to swallow and come out. I really tell you from my experience, without you choosing, pain and pleasure being caused to you is prison. Nothing else is a prison. Understand? Nothing else is a prison. People again and again asked me, Swamiji, you are an incarnation. You should have just walked out of the prison. I never felt that as a prison. Nothing is a prison. The real prison is pain or pleasure happening to you without you choosing, without you deciding, without you voting, without you being asked. The menu cards are never shown to you. Just food is supplied to your table, not even to your table, to your throat. And sometimes it is just pushed inside. And you don't know why it is happening, and you don't know who is doing. Just only in your throat you feel the taste, that's all. Secrets of pains and pleasures. Patanjali is the first master who made human beings as master of their own life, things which happen in their life. We will enter into the today's sutras. Last session we were studying the 12th sutra of second chapter. I wanted to go through that sutra once more. Klesha Moola Karma Ashayah Drishta Adrishta Janma Vedaniyaha. Swami Sachidananda translates the sutra as the womb of karmas, actions and reactions, has its roots in these obstacles, and the karmas bring experiences in the seen or in the unseen births. The womb of karmas, karmashaya, need to be understood. The word womb of karmas need to be understood. That's a technical term. That's a key word in this whole sutra. I can say for next few sutras, this is the technical term which you need to understand. Womb of karmas. Place where the actions and reactions happen continuously in you, even if you don't interfere. You can say where you experience life in you. It's a very deep level truth. You experience actions in one level, reactions in another level, but the root cause of both actions and reactions is what we call karmashaya. Please understand, all your actions and reactions, the source from which they erupt, the source from which they happen, is called karmashaya. I can say you experience the same karmashaya during the deep sleep state, what we call as causal body, karana sarira. Karmashaya is experienced in karana sarira. Karmashaya is almost like a go down. See how I describe? The desire engrams are stored in the prana sarira. Guilt engrams are stored in mana sarira. Pain engrams are stored in sukshma sarira. All the engrams broken, poisonous, can't be worked out in this birth. Too much of joy or too much of suffering. For example, a poor beggar, for him 100 crore winning in the lottery is too much of suffering. Understand, it's not too much of joy. It's too much of suffering. He will not be able to handle that money. So when he can't handle that money will be the death for him. Naturally, people who want that money, who want to own that money, they won't respect his life. For them, the 100 crore is too big. They will just take away his life and money. It won't be a big thing. So it is too much suffering for him. So that kind of karmas, which may bring too much suffering or too much joy, all of them will be in the go down. It's almost like all the karmas which you accumulated in all janmas, everything will be in that go down. It's very important to understand the quality of your go down. See, I am not saying you need to know everything in your go down. It's not possible. It's not possible unless you go through a special process. Unless you go into the past birth regression, which may not be required. Which actually may not be required. Maybe just for a taste. Like a levitation. See, this levitation is not really directly required for enlightenment, but an excitement. Everybody tries. Now I see thousands of things I have spoken about enlightenment. Nobody is watching those videos. Everybody is watching these few fellows jumping. And it is flying, clicks thousands. Every day it is increasing at least 1,000 views. It's an excitement. Same way, maybe for excitement reason, you can go through some past life regression. Know the details where you took birth. Sometimes it is dangerous because the same husband will be now wife for you. Because they need to take revenge. Sometime. But usually it does not happen. Usually 99.9999%, the couples just escape and go to the different corners of the world. They take care, even in 2012 they don't meet each other. Even if there is some tsunami or they don't meet each other. They manage. But sometime, unfortunately, rarely, these guys meet. You may not need to know the details of Karmashaya, but the flavor of Karmashaya, the smell of your Gudon. You may not need to know what all you put in your Gudon. Like how many cans of Coca-Cola is there, how many cars are dumped, and how many furnitures are dumped, how many tins of rotten, stinking clothes are lying, how many... You don't need to know all that. But you need to know the general smell of the go-down. That is very important, because many of your life's incidents will be flavored, will have the odor of the go-down. I have seen people, such an amazing, such great, wonderful happenings will be happening in their life, but the poor fellows will be suffering with the bad odor of the go-down. Means not feeling satisfied. Suffering. Just some suffering happened some days before or some months before, some years before. Just carrying it and suffering. They don't even know why. Sometimes you can see in yourself, early morning, such a beautiful ambience. Cool breeze. Anandeshwara is there. Just directly below Swamiji is sitting. And Pratyaksha Pada Puja is happening. He is in Samadhi. Best place to be. But some nuisance engrams you would have repeated in your dream, or you would have seen again in the dream, or which happened 5 years before, just suddenly you would have remembered, will be sitting on your head heavily, and will not allow you to enjoy that whole beauty. Even you will hate yourself. What is going on in me? The whole crowd is in bliss. The scene which you can never see. The scene which you can never feel. It is such an ecstasy, such a joy. But why am I in depression? Just because of one thing. You do not know the order of your go down. Knowing the order of the go down, actually if you know the order of the go down, you will just discount it. You will not, I am not saying hate or like, no. You just know that this is the go down smell, that's all. Nothing else need to be done. When your go down is too dirty, you can just know very clearly, this is the go down smell. It is not anything else. That is enough. Even in your room, in your house, you can see sometime when you enter, you feel, oh God, such a dirty smell, what is going on? But when you know the reason, the moment you know the reason, suddenly you will see that smell is not affecting you anymore. You are able to live with it. You just say, all right, it's okay. Same way, awareness about the smell of the go down takes away much of your suffering. It just removes many sufferings. And here, Patanjali is using an important term. This reaction and action from that karmashaya, go down, happens in the seen and unseen births. Many translators are translating this word unseen as future births. I do not want to translate that word unseen as future. It is future also, but even now you are living an unseen life. Please understand. Even now you are living an unseen life in this very chronological time without your knowledge, which everybody else knows. Just go around and ask 10 people who are every day living with you, opinion about you, you will never believe that opinion. Ask them to give an honest opinion. They don't need to write their name. They can just type it and leave it in your Facebook or in your table. Tell them, do this simple exercise. Tell the people who are living every day with you or who are seeing you at least once in 2-3 days. Some 10-20 people. You can choose your best friends and worst enemies or neutral people, anybody. Just tell them. You write your opinion about me or type. You don't need to put your name. I don't need to know you only wrote that opinion. Just write and give. Collect those 10 opinions and see. You will not be able to believe any of the opinions. But that is the life which you are living as they perceive. Understand, even now you are living an unseen life. So in that unseen life, many of your karmas, the actions and reactions are expressing from the karmashaya. One more thing you need to know about the karmashaya is, it's almost like a sleeping Pandora box, sleeping zoo. It's like you enter into a dark room and 2000 poisonous cobras are sleeping and 100 lions are sitting. Some 100 dinosaurs are sleeping, and you are supposed to walk through that room and come out the other side. That is the way the karmashaya is. You do not know which snake will be awakened at what moment, which dinosaur will be awakened at what moment, which lion will wake up and roar at which moment. But all the fellows are sitting inside. Karmashaya is a very powerful and most dangerous part of you, whose flavor, odor, smell constantly oozes out, constantly oozes out, constantly oozes out in your seen and unseen lives. When Patanjali uses the word unseen lives, he does not mean the future births. He means future births also, even in this birth, the unaware times. Understand? Any moment you spend without awareness, not being aware of your boundary, is unseen life. Understand? The unseen life does not mean only the future birth. Even now, any moment you spend without having the awareness of what is happening in your body and mind is unseen life. All the incidents or the happening moments you spent unseen way gets together, leads to big disease physically or mentally. See, all major sufferings are accumulated slowly, not suddenly. Very slowly it is accumulated. It takes lot of time to accumulate suffering. Please understand, it does not happen just like that. It takes so much time to accumulate suffering. The unseen life is responsible for accumulating suffering. When I see people getting caught in some engrams, I know it is not that it has happened just like that overnight. No. Slowly only it got acquired. So infusing awareness into your system, be aware of walking, talking, sitting. Even now, sitting is different. I know I am sitting is different. When you are just sitting, you are a matter, dead. When you know you are sitting, you are sat, you are consciousness. Chit or jata, whether you are a chit or jata will be decided. Whether you are a matter or consciousness will be decided with these two statements. Are you sitting or do you know you are sitting? If you are sitting, you are jata, matter. If you know you are sitting, you are chit, consciousness. So from morning, calculate the moment. I am really trying to, just 2 days before, I was visualizing exactly which nadi gets activated when you are aware that you are aware. There is a nadi next to Kurma nadi, that nadi only gets activated. So I am planning for a meter. If you fix the meter, whenever you are aware of your existence, those moments will be recorded in that meter. So if you just tie a meter around a person's hand like a wristwatch, whole day and night if he walks around, end of the night you can see how much time is spent in awareness and how much is spent in unawareness. We can very clearly calculate the seen life and unseen life. If you have spent 8 hours in awareness, that awareness is seen life. That part is seen life. Means that 8 hour you are a chit, consciousness. If you have spent 8 hours in unconsciousness, unaware way, that 8 hours is jata, unconscious. That is what Patanjali calls as unseen life. I think I will be successful in creating that meter because I found out exactly which nerve is active, alive. Next to Kurma nadi, there is a nadi in our system. Now I have to only work with the medical field. When that nadi is active, how to record that nadi? Then we can just have a meter for everybody and we'll know very clearly whether they are able to practice that awareness or not. See, it is simple. If you are sitting, you are matter, dead. If you know you are sitting, you are chit, consciousness. This moment you can be alive and next moment you can be dead, again next moment you can be alive. All unaware moments are death. All aware moments are life. Every moment you are aware, your whole mechanism functions in a different way. not just your mind, which is responsible for cognition. No. Not just your mind, which is responsible for cognition. Even your body, which is responsible for your sensory experiences. Please understand. Even your body, which is responsible for your sensory experiences, acts and reacts in a completely different way the moment you are aware you are sitting or whatever is happening in you. Awareness straight away, without any gap, transforms the cognition process and sensory perceptions. Sensory perceptions means whatever you experience through the body. Cognition process means your reaction to all the happenings through the body, means whatever goes on in your mind. So understand, it is a very simple process. The problem Patanjali talking in the sutra is too big, the solution is too simple. That is where we suspect Patanjali's motive. How can such big problem be solved with such a small way? Looks too illogical. But what to do? That is the way it is. But our logic is such, it always says, oh, problem is too big. How can this big problem be solved in such small way? It can be. So the 12th Sutra talks something very important. The root womb of actions and reactions, where all your karmas, all your unclassified engrams, the engrams which cannot be classified, the engrams out of which your dreams are made, your dream states are made, and out of which you paint this world. Actually, if there is little less karmashaya, you will straight away catch the master. Karmashaya is responsible for you not completely surrendering to master. Unfortunately, the karmashaya is such, it operates on your inner space whenever you are not aware. When you are aware, it does not operate. Awareness is like a stay order for the karmashaya. When you are not aware, it goes on operating. So if you stay more time in awareness, the unoperated karmashaya naturally loses its power over you. Unoperated karmashaya means just you know this flavor, this odor is from go down. It is from go down. The moment you know it is from go down, the odor does not have any more influence, power over you. So the solution for the problem of karmashaya is be aware from morning till night. You move your first movement from bed to your last moment in bed. Be aware. Let's enter into the next sutra. Thirteenth Sutra, in the second chapter. Satimule tatvipaka jati ayubogaha. Swami Sachidananda translates this sutra as, with the existence of the root, there will be fruits also, namely the births of the different species of life, their lifespans and experiences. Swami Vivekananda translates as, the root being there, the fruition comes in the form of species, longevity and experience of pleasure and pain. Prabhavananda translates as, so long as the cause exists, it will bear fruits such as rebirth, a long or a short life, and the experiences of pleasure and pain. As long as little bit of smell or the objects which causes the smell is left in your godown, there will be smell either intensely or very mildly. There will be disturbance in the form of birth, longevity and so many other things. Understand? Through this sutra, Patanjali emphasizes the importance of burning away all the engraved memories, samskaras. He insists burning away of all the memories as long as there is a little bit left, even if little bit. See, loan, fire, enmity and samskaras should not be left even little bit. Should not be left even little bit. If you leave the loan little bit, interest to interest, it will be standing as a demon in front of you. Same way fire. If you think, oh, it's little, let's leave it. No, it will grow and stand. Same way enmity. Even if you think it's little, let us leave it. No, it will grow and stand. Same way, samskaras, engraved memories. If you think, oh, it's little, no, it will grow and stand. I have a small story for you all. Woman at the party says to her friend, see that handsome guy over there? He has been irritating me all evening. The friend says, hey, how can it be? He is not even looking at you. She says, I know, that is what is irritating me. As long as the other person is there, whether he looks at you or not, he is going to irritate you. As long as there is engram, whether it is going to directly happen, express itself as an action or not, it is going to irritate you. The odor of engram, the smell of engram by itself will be the constant source of torture and irritation and suffering. Understand? Even if your joy is experienced because of your engram, it will not be a joy. It will not be a joy. For example, if you have an engram that sweet brings joy to you, put the sweets in your mouth continuously, maybe 3 or 4 or at the most 10. After that, no, nothing more. Anything engram based is suffering. Understand? Even if your pleasure, if it is measured with the scale of engram, it is suffering. It never leads you to pleasure. Pleasure means where the excitement happens for no reason, just because of overflowing energy, bubbling energy. You know you are joyful, but you don't know why. The moment you know why, you will spoil it. Because you are very intelligent. See, one of the biggest efficiencies you have is any great pleasure, you can destroy it. God gave you the enlightenment, you destroyed it. It's not that He did not give enlightenment, He took away the enlightenment from you. No. The other day it seems one of my brahmachari was complaining to other person. Swamiji brought me here. Swamiji did everything. But I am really angry with him. Why is he not giving me enlightenment? This fool should be very clear. Either he should think, I am responsible for everything. Or he should think, he is responsible for everything. If he thinks he is responsible for everything, then he should work for enlightenment. Or if he thinks I am responsible for everything, he should know, he brought me, he did everything, he is doing everything. So let him do, relax. That itself is enlightenment. That relaxation itself is enlightenment. This guy, all the bad things, he puts responsibility on me, and all the good things, he takes the responsibility. What to do? I am being used as a dustbin. That is a big problem. So understand, either he should take everything, all responsibility is his. I came, I am here, then I have to practice for enlightenment. Or he should know, no, Swamiji brought me here, Swamiji is doing everything, then let him do. No, he should do, but as I want. That is where the calamity starts. That is where the difficulty starts. If he is intelligent enough to pick me somewhere and bring me all the way, no, it is not intelligence, it's because of compassion. Sometime people are brought here to serve the Sangha. Sometime people are brought here, they can't be allowed in the society. There are two reasons why people are brought. Some people are brought, let them serve the society. Some people are brought, no, let us save the society. So if he has so much compassion to pick you up and bring you all the way and keep you here, he knows when to give enlightenment. That relaxation itself will be an enlightenment. But the human mind plays all possible games. Patanjali insists in the Sutra the importance of destroying all the samskaras. Understand? Removing the samskaras has two levels. One, if you reduce them to the thought level by removing attachments, your life will be great. You will have ecstatic life. But if you destroy them completely, you have the freedom not to have one more birth. I know human beings took birth just because of only 1 engram to have a cup of ice cream. That's all. Nothing else. The poor fellow, when he was about to leave the body, everything was lost. Just one desire, one slide, like not even desire, slide. When he had a cup of ice cream, he had a very sweet mood. That one slide, that fellow has to come and take one more birth. I have really seen. After I came out of prison, one small child was brought, and I asked that baby, what do you want? Child said, no, I want candy. I gave the candy. When I gave the candy, I saw, oh God, this fellow has taken birth just because of only one desire of candy. Nothing else. That, oh God, what a waste of life. See, to create a human body, you need so much of engrams, and you need to make the hand, then body, then legs, head, little brain, if you need to do some work, and one heart, lungs, liver, kidney. So much this guy was preparing, creating in his mother's womb, and assuming that body just for candy. I thought, oh God. But one great thing, because that guy fortunately asked that desire to me, the moment I put the candy, I saw that slide just collapsing, just disintegrating. I know the child will become enlightened before 14, before he physically gets matured. See, when you physically become matured, not only your sensory pleasure, your touch becomes new and alive, all your five senses becomes new and alive. That is why your taste of listening, taste of tongue, taste of smell, taste of seeing, everything takes a big shift the moment you are physically matured. So I saw this guy did not have any desire of sex, desire of smell, desire of listening, desire of seeing, nothing, only that candy, nothing else. So when that slide collapsed, that was the only slide based on which he built the whole body. That was his karmashaya. So when that collapsed, I know for sure, he will not even get physically matured. Means in ordinary way, he will be a Paramahamsa. He will just be a Paramahamsa. Karmashaya. The importance of destroying all the engrams without leaving even one or two, so that you will have a complete freedom not to have one more life. The Videha Mukti happens. Actually, while you are alive, if you have diluted all the engrams into thoughts, when you leave the body, those thoughts will not be able to attract attention. They will just die down and you will become a Videha Mukta. But one important thing you need to know is, even if one engram is left, when you leave the body, you don't take care of that. Even one engram can create the whole cycle of life. Whole cycle of life. Human beings. You could see how that slide collapsed in the child's inner space. That is what Manikavasakar, a great enlightened master, he describes in one of his verses, Piranda Pirapparukkum Engal Peruman. Means, after taking birth, the cause of the birth can be just destroyed by his own touch. Piranda Pirapparukkum Engal Peruman. But don't expect you can once more come back just for that candy and ask me the candy and get liberated. Unfortunately for this child, I am here and that guy is here and candy is the only thing he asked, and all the three matched. So it happened. But how do you know all three will match again once more for you? First of all, what is your engram which you want to leave? Nobody knows. And will you be able to meet the master? Nobody knows. And the third thing, will master be able to deliver you so easily? If you have some foolish engrams, what to do? For example, you have engram to kill somebody. Master cannot just say, come on, bring that person, please kill it. No. It cannot happen. So better not to leave any engraved memory when you leave the body. Understand the key word from this sutra. The key word of this sutra is Satimule, means because of the root of the engrams exists, it leads to life, longevity, and all the sensory pleasures. If you reduce all the engrams into thoughts, your life will be happy. It's a life solution. But if you destroy all the engrams, you will have the freedom not to take birth. That is what is sacred part. See, many times people ask me, Swamiji, you talk everything about life and life solution. Why do you make sannyasis? Why do you make people renounce life? Understand? I have two work. One, reducing all the engrams into thought. That is what is my job with the public, with all the devotees, disciples around the world. That is why I am so useful directly in their life. That is why I am so popular. Because directly I am useful. Who comes to me because I am a Swami? Nobody. Nobody. From the beginning, people came to me because I am a utility. I have directly some use for them in their life. That is what is more like a life solution part. But there is a second part, sacred part, important part, destroying all engrams, which Patanjali describes in this sutra. This is what I am doing with my sannyasis. Understand? What Patanjali describes in the previous sutra, I am doing with common public. Means reducing all the engrams into thoughts by removing attachments so that they can live happy life, joyful life. But the second part, even the thoughts should not be allowed. That is what is sacred part. That sacred part needs many practices which common man will not be able to understand. That is why you need a monastery. Means a place where those practices are done, where those practices are lifestyle, where those practices are sacred, where those practices can be experienced, enjoyed, without being judged. If you see honestly, a devotee who is outside, if he gets my teachings, immediately will see his whole life becomes colorful, ecstatic, great, joyful. But for my sannyasis, I don't show that joy. For them, I give a different space, different experience, because these guys are supposed to know even if 1 engram is left. For them, anything is okay. If you can just put a little room cleaner, room freshener, that's enough. That's more like a room freshener. This is more like a completely cleaning the godown. Even if you need a tsunami or an earthquake or a forest fire, it has to be done because the godown has to be cleaned. So the two different jobs. Only the people whose godown is completely clean can put room freshener for others and help them to stay with their odor and adjust, reduce the power of the odor on them. There is a big difference. Devotees and disciples may need to levitate, but these guys need to keep the ground for them to land. So the job is totally different. And the purpose is totally different. And the life is totally different. So understand, Satimule, that's a keyword. Because root is there, again and again and again, birth happens. Longevity happens. Worldly pleasures happens. What is the solution then? Just finish it, that's all. Simple decision to finish it. Simple decision. Not to allow the root to become tree, the root to sprout. You can do it. I'll see now, all of you experience a space suddenly where that your awareness is not getting converted into thoughts, just sealed. The clay is there, but you are not able to make any form out of that clay. See, the chit is clay. That you, awareness you, is clay. And any name or form made out of that is matter, is engram, thought. Now you will see, you is not getting converted into thought or engram. Just simple conscious decision. Let me be as my root. Let me not sprout as thought. Let me not grow as thought. Just be, that's all.
All that I smell, I offer to you, Swami Nithyananda. All that I see, all that I hear, I offer to you, Swami Nithyananda. Like this dance, and this song, and this joy, I surrender to you.